when he asked about what have you learned, I just turned around and told my significant other, my partner, my everything. Everything that I do in business is Stephen Gregg. It's the audio business card, the core beliefs. I don't know what he's talked about here. It's the ABCs. It's everything that I do today. So I don't know what you want me to share.
Tell a little about your story, what you've been doing since you learned that information.
Okay, so I came from a background of mortgage banking. And mortgage banking, everyone knows what happened in the subprime market. I went from being on top of the world, making thousands and thousands every month, to literally making $1,000 a month. So I found Stephen and the companies he was representing at the time, and I had no idea how to do any business because I had been working for a bank where they give me a file, I close it, and I get a commission. And so having to go out and network, I had no idea. And I heard about this guy that was in Orange County making millions. And he literally, I heard his story on stage, and it was the kind of story where I didn't believe it until I said, you know, let me see if I can go to Orange County. I'm going to put on my girl power and say, you know, I really am committed to driving from Beverly Hills, where I was living at the time, to your office in Laguna Hills if you're willing to teach me. And he said, sure, if you're willing to make the drive and the commitment, you have to be here at 7 o'clock in the morning every day. And I was like, oh crap. So he didn't believe me, but I was there every single day driving from Beverly Hills to Orange County every single day. Anyway, to make a long story short, I learned everything. At the time, he didn't have a boot camp yet, but he had a leadership group, and I was lucky enough to be a part of it. I think there was only 4 girls and everybody else was a man, and I thought, oh great. So I learned everything, and the first thing I learned was the 3-foot rule, and then I learned the ABC, the audio business card, and I had about 20 audio business cards for everything that you could possibly imagine. And I started the business in real estate saying, I'm not going to do network marketing. I just want to do real estate. Well, before I knew it, there was a certification process at that company, and it took people sometimes a year to get certified. And Stephen said, Mercedes, if you do what you're learning, you're going to get certified. I got certified in 30 days. And the certification process, every commission was $10,000. And I was like, wow. So what I would do was I would take that money and I would buy properties. And long and behold, I've been doing this for 3.5 years. We now run our own business. We do short sales. We do fix and flips. You know, people say, do you do modifications? No, I don't. I buy properties, cash. I take the money and then I turn around and buy properties in other states and I cash flow. I just had a baby 6 weeks ago, and I get to thank you. My son is gorgeous. He's on Facebook if you want to see him. I'm a mom, can you tell? I don't have to go back to work. People are like, how long is your maternity leave? And people tell me, well, you know, my maternity leave is 6 weeks. I can't fathom the thought of leaving my son right now, except with my mom and dad, of course, so I can come and play today. But I just can't even imagine that. And I got afforded the luxury from what I learned with Stephen to apply what I learned and stay home with my son. So I know, and I've said this before, people that have seen me speak, and I actually speak in front of people now because Stephen said, you have to get in front of people. And so did that. And when I speak in front of people and I tell them my story, I always say to people, if I can do this, anybody can do this. If anyone can just have a conversation with someone, and I always learn from Stephen. People don't buy your product, people buy you. So I learned that. And if I can tell you anything, I have mentored with Stephen I then moved to Palm Springs, and I continue to mentor with him. So I did it for a total of 2 years. And I literally can say that I'm self-employed, and I will never, ever work for anybody else again. So, thank you. You're welcome.
Well, she was a treat. I'm glad she came. I didn't know she was coming down.